Howdy everyone, this is Tricia and welcome to my channel, and I am back with doing another custom floral arrangement. This time it is a sunflower wreath. So my neighbor, this other neighbor that I've asked now what she would like, she says she likes sunflowers and she didn't mind whether it's a wreath or a tabletop decor. So I decided to make a wreath because I think sunflowers look beautiful hanging off of something on the wall, maybe the front door, wherever she wants to place this. It is completely up to her. I really enjoyed making this and I hope that you're going to enjoy watching me put it together. So if you want to see how I do that, please continue watching. Alright, so let me show you the materials that I'm going to be using, or supplies that I'm going to be using. I've got here a grapevine wreath. I believe this is a 14-inch wreath. And here I have a bush with some sunflowers. This has quite a few sunflowers. It's really nice. And as usual, I don't know exactly how much I'm going to use, or I'm going to use everything, but we'll work along as we go. And here we have these little beautiful red flowers. I don't know what they are. Do they look like anything you're familiar with? But anyway, I thought they looked really nice against the yellow of the sunflowers. I do have this little bush of these little cream flowers as well that I may work into the wreath. This is just a leftover from another one of these bushes. Here I've got some greenery, and they're also leftovers from a bush. I do have one more bush in case I need to use more of these, but I went ahead and I went with this one because it's got the variegated, you know, it's got like a little bit of different tones of the green. I've got a dark here, I've got a light, and then of course I've got that creamy color on the edges, which, you know, ties in with these little creamy flowers. And then of course I have a ribbon. Okay, so here I have this ribbon. It's a gingham green. It's like a mint sage color. It's really pretty. I do have a leftover here of some other gingham type of or plaid ribbon. And I might use this. I think it might be enough to make a bow. If not, well, I've got this to work with. So we'll see which one I use as we go along. All right, so here are the tools that I'll be using. I have my glue gun with some glue sticks, some floral wire. I need scissors to cut my ribbon and wire cutters to cut the stems off the bushes. All right, so let's get to crafting. The first thing I like to do is to start cutting stems off the bush, and I always cut them at the longest point because I don't know how long I'm going to need them, first of all, and then I don't know how many I'm going to use. Now for a wreath, I don't need them to be long stems like this. They can be short, but because I'm cutting them all off of the bush now, and since I may not be using all of them, some of these may get used in an arrangement, a tabletop arrangement, and I might need the whole length of them, so I don't want to cut them all super short. So I'm just cutting them all now. That way, whatever I have left over, I can just bundle them together and put them away. Now, when I purchased all these items, they were purchased in a big shopping spree that I went to this particular store. And I spent about $60, and I said I was going to get about, well, I did. I am going to get 3 arrangements out of everything that I purchased. I made a basket, and I had not last week, but the prior week, that was a custom-made basket as well. And I spent about $60, like I said, and I'm using some of the materials that I used from the previous wreath, or from the previous arrangement. I'm using them on this. Now, I hope that I have enough left over from here so that I can make another custom arrangement. I think I'm going to make a wreath also. So, but I'll show you what I do, and I might change over the flowers somehow just to make it a little different from this one. But anyway, that is basically what I spent. I think these bushes here, the sunflowers, may have cost me about $4.99. The most expensive one that I had was about $8. And then these were also around that price. They may have been about $2.99, and I believe these were like, you know, like about $1.79, $1.89. So I didn't spend a lot of money on my items. And of course, I already had ribbon from other purchases. This one, like I said, I bought it at Sam's. I think I paid about $8. I'm sorry, yeah, it was about $8. But I have 50 yards here to work with, a lot of ribbon. So you might want to consider those ribbons at Sam's when you see those. And of course, I got something that was, you know, kind of neutral that I could use with different arrangements and such. And this one, I believe I did get it at that particular store. I got it when I was doing my niece's baby shower gift. It's so pretty, but I have a little bit left over, I think, and this is going to be enough for a bow. And I think that the tone of this green, because it's a little bit darker, it lends itself more to this particular arrangement because of the dark red rose. They're not roses, they're dark red flowers. And it will carry it from summer to fall. If I use this lighter plaid, I think it'll work really great through summer, but it might not be, you know, a dark enough tone to carry through fall. I mean, you could, why not? But I do have this one, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. So you can consider, you know, that when you're deciding to create something. You want something that maybe will go from one season to the next if possible. And of course, this definitely will because of the sunflower theme here. And of course, the colors. All right, so I think I've done enough talking. Let me go ahead and put the wreath together. It's going to be super simple. I don't really need to do much instructions on it, so you'll just watch and have some lovely music. All right, everyone, so there is a completed sunflower wreath. It is a custom order for a neighbor. I've asked 3 people already. I've made a basket a couple of weeks ago for my niece, and I'm making this wreath now. And then I intend on making one more for another with a friend. She's not a neighbor, she's in a different neighborhood, but as a friend that I decided I would ask at this time. And then I plan on asking other people. I didn't want to ask too many people ahead of time because they'll be waiting a long time to get their item. And you never know what happens between then and now. You know, life happens. So I wanted to make sure that I can complete these orders. They're not really like orders that they specifically came to me. They're not paying me for this. I am giving this away to them. Normally when I make a floral arrangement, I do sometimes give it away, but again, it's not because they asked for specific colors or specific theme, and that is why I'm calling these custom, because they ask for a certain color or they ask for a wreath or a tabletop decor. In this case, it was a sunflower theme. So this is why I'm calling it a custom. Sometimes when I do arrangements, besides giving them away, what I do is I take everything apart and then I reuse the flowers on another project. And I had done that a couple of years ago or a year ago. I don't recall anymore, you guys. Time just goes by. But I had been doing that with some flowers that I was just recycling and recycling and recycling. And I felt like, you know what, I think people are getting tired of seeing the same flowers being reused. So I need to ask people, what would you like? Would you like this project that I'm going to do in this next wreath? Please tell me what you would like, what colors you would like. That way it makes it custom just for them, and I think it's pretty special that way. It's a nice little gift. They know they're going to get it, but it's still a nice little surprise once they see the project completely done. So I thought it was a pretty good idea. Let me know if you like it so I can go ahead and continue and try doing these. I do have one more, like I said, and I may use some of the leftover sunflowers from this in the next project because they're so pretty, and fall is going to be coming. I mean, we're still in summer, but it'll transition into fall. So let me know what you think. I mean, maybe you guys can give me a little bit of a thing. The only thing that this next one, the only thing she asked that is going to be actually custom is that she wanted a wreath. So I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to do another wreath. So y'all tell me, maybe you want to throw in your ideas in there and suggestions what I should make for her. Lovely person. She just went through an operation. She's been staying home now from work. She's going to be home, I believe, for 6 weeks. So I know that I'm going to have this project done for her in time. And she's a lovely person, like I said. Of course, all of them have been lovely so far, but you know, since she's home and she's not able to do too much, I thought this would be a nice little, you know, hey, get well. Hope you're going to be doing great. Get on your feet soon. It's just what I need. A lot of encouragement, you guys. But thank you so much, you guys, for being so encouraging to me. I'm going to go ahead and give myself a big old thumbs up, and I hope that you too will give me a big old thumbs up and leave a kind comment down below and let me know what you think of this wreath or with the suggestions and what I asked for. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you're watching this and you're enjoying the content, please hit that red subscribe button, and then for your notifications, please choose all so that you get notified as soon as I upload a video. Once again, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you have a super week, and as always, enjoy.